Very, very nice milestone this week. I was able to get the rear baffle installed on the left tank, so that means that in my opinion, both of the tanks are 100% complete. I was a little bit more strategic this week of making sure I had my work planned out, unlike last week with the right tank and the rear baffle. Had my work planned out, had the sequence of operation figured out, and made sure I had all my tools available, etc. However, tool cleanliness bit me in the butt a little bit this week, but long story short, my rivet puller was not quite as clean as it should have been since my rivet pulling operations for the closed-end rivets last week. So I did have to clean that tool out a couple of times because it did jam a couple of times, but finally got it cleaned out during the operation. That did cost me a little bit of valuable time, but not terribly much so. While I was doing the rear baffle, I did have Emily come out and help me like she did last week, and fortunately the camera did not seize this week, or the breaker didn't trip this week I should say, so I was able to capture her helping me out a little bit as well. So really that's the only significant progress this week, was getting that baffle on the left tank. It does make me extremely happy that the fuel tanks are effectively complete. Towards the end of the video, you'll see me getting the last of those few rivets onto the rear baffle, the ones that the instructions tell you to leave out. I think it's one every 10 or one every 12 rivets or something like that for alignment. So I was able to get those countersunk towards the end of the video and get those rivets bucked as well, so that the rear baffles are 100% sealed in. I did make a little bit of a mistake with leaving the makeshift seals on the fuel lines inside the tank, so I'll have to find a way to drill those out. I think I've already got a pretty good plan of how to do that. Should see that coming this coming week, but those will just stay in the tank permanently, and that's okay, just as long as I can get the fuel flow that I need, so I'm not terribly worried about those. Just got to drill them out. I will offer you guys some extra information. In this background, I am keeping a very detailed log of how many hours per week, and obviously the voiceovers are helping me keep track of what I actually worked on that past week. But to date, since November of 2024, when I started this kit, I have put in just shy of 600 hours, and I'm averaging about 8 hours a week in the shop. Right now I'm about 25% complete, assuming 2,400 hours to complete the job, and my forecasted finished completion date is hovering right around Labor Day of 2030. So it's going to be a long time coming, but I'll try to provide those kind of updates once a week. This week was only about 4 hours in the shop, so that way you guys can tag along and keep along with how much progress I'm making and how much I got left.